Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well through the scriptures. Peace to the hopeful elect. I'm going to deal with the rape issue again. All right, but I'm going to come from another angle. Basically, the angle I'm going to come from is what's the punishment? Because when you the scriptures is specific, dealing with certain topics with the punishment, whether you did something on purpose, whether you did it ignorantly. All right. So what's the punishment if rape is so-called rape? All right. Because you got to think it's a play on words. All right. When you the emotion and the thought that's behind that word rape, when you hear it, you automatically think of the most, a very heinous act. All right. Because the word means to lay hold or to arrest, to catch, to seize. All right. But anyway, I'm going to get Deuteronomy 19 and 4. It says, "And this is the case of the slayer which shall flee thither that he may live, whoso killeth his neighbor ignorantly, whom he hated not in time past." So the Bible said if you killed your neighbor ignorantly, like you did it accidentally, you ain't do it on purpose, you ain't have no motive to kill him in times past, then there were cities where you can flee to. All right. So you wouldn't have to worry about the avenger of blood, like a relative of the person you killed seeking your life because you didn't do it on purpose. So the Bible was balanced on both sides. Like, look, I got these cities for you to flee to, boom. So you got to stay here. All right. You got to stay here. But if you go back over there, then you subject to the avenger of blood. Nah, I'm not going to punish him for that because this is the way I got it set up. All right. Verse 5, "As when a man goeth into the wood with his neighbor to hew wood, and his hand fetcheth the stroke with the axe to cut down the tree, and the head slippeth from the helve, and lighted upon his neighbor that he die, he shall flee unto one of those cities and live." See, it just gave you an example, okay, of an accidental death. Y'all out there hewing and cutting wood, and the head of the axe just so happily slip off of the handle and strike your neighbor. You didn't do it on purpose, but nonetheless he died. You got to flee into one of these cities. All right, this the law. Verse 6, "Lest the avenger of blood pursue the slayer while his heart is hot, and overtake him, because the way is long, and slay him, whereas he was not worthy of death, inasmuch as he hated him not in time past." See? But what's the balance to that? If you kill somebody on purpose, then what? You be put to death. Meaning you premeditated murder. Meaning, you know what, man, I don't like this dude. You lied in wait. Basically meaning you lied in wait. Like, okay, when on Saturday, I know he always go to the donut shop at 5:30 in the morning. So I'm going to wait behind this alley or something. Meaning you hated him in times past and you formulated a plan to slay him. Then that's what? An eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. You see? Now let's jump to, that means you would be put, it's a life for a life, So you kill somebody on purpose, premeditated, then you would be killed. Now this is Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 13. It says, "If any man take a wife and go in unto her and hate her, and give occasions of speech against her, and bring up an evil name upon her, and say, I took this woman, and when I came to her, I found her not a maid." So this is a situation where a man married a woman, and the word, when you're dealing with the word marry or marriage in the Bible, it means to have sex. All right, because the word marriage means to become one. A man and a woman become one physically when they unite intimately, sexually. That's why even today's society, if a man and woman get married on paper and they never had sex, they can get a divorce just like that. All right. You have to consummate the marriage. But in this particular case, if a man has sex with a woman and he give occasion to speech against her and say, I found her not a maid, meaning when I took this woman, she wasn't a virgin. All right, because all the women of Israel, which the Israelites are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all our women are supposed to be virgins when they receive their husbands or they receive their They only supposed to know one man their whole entire life. Okay? It says verse 15, then shall the father of the damsel and her mother take and bring forth the tokens of the damsel's virginity unto the elders of the city and the gate. Now, what's a token? A token is a sign. What's the sign of someone's virginity, of a female's virginity? That she bled, that her hymen was broken. All right? So they said they will take the tokens unto the elders of the city and the gate, meaning what? The sheets. And the damsel's father shall say unto the elders, I gave my daughter unto this man to wife, and he hated her. So meaning basically the man tried to get some wickedly. Like, I don't want to, because when you got married, you was responsible for your wife as a husband. You was responsible for taking care of her. You can't just have sex with her and not